See him a beast when he hear that sound like. Yeah, beat on the beat when he hear that sound like. Woo. Yeah, bitch and the champ only need one round like. Yeah, me, I'm a G brain heat and it sound like.
All right, Scrap News, Jake Noecker here, and joining me today, moving on to round 2, the quarterfinals of the Tipsport €1 million Game Changer, Melvin van Suijdam. Melvin, my man, how you doing? Congratulations on the big win.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing good.
And
now getting ready for my next fight.
OKTAGON 43, May 20th, it goes down. I mean, we're still like 2 months away, but just coming off that big win with this big match coming up, how's your energy feeling?
Yeah, good. I'm very exciting. I'm very motivating. And of course, I'm already start training.
And if you can, I know your adrenaline was high. It was a long 15 minutes, but if you can, from what you remember, can you walk me through your big win at OKTAGON 40?
Yeah, I know. The atmosphere was great. That was nothing like other organizations before. And I did fought for a lot of people before, but yeah, this was bigger. Not many people bigger, but yeah, just the feeling.
OKTAGON puts on a huge show. It's so entertaining.
Yeah.
Like UFC level type of show, except they're just in Europe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So to be a part of that, I'm sure it was amazing. And now, like I said, you're moving on to the quarterfinals. May 20th, you're taking on Luis Glissman, a rematch. You guys fought before. How do you feel about the rematch coming up?
Yeah, I don't see it as a rematch because I'm a totally different fighter than 5 years ago. He also, because I saw his fight, he's also a lot better than 5 years ago. So it's a rematch, but it don't feel like it. It's just another fight.
So your style, I was introduced to you recently when I became a fan of OKTAGON, and your style of fighting is so exciting. You are so aggressive and violent, and you just put such a pace on your opponent. Does that come naturally? Do you like train for that specifically? How does your aggressive style come about?
I think when I started long time ago, I was always playing safe, and I want to go to the ground because I was more a grappler, wrestler guy. And because of that, I don't want to get into the range. So I don't want to brawl. And I just want to make the points like a karate guy. And then if somebody was get in range, I did the double leg takedown or the takedown or the clinch. And after that, after a few years, I quit MMA. Just did kickboxing, boxing to become all round. But my style from the beginning to keep the range, yeah, I like that. But if you're on a range fighter, especially if you're shorter, and for MMA guy, I'm in the middle.
Sure.
So so not short, but on and long. So you have to put pressure. And I think that's why I love pressure, but still want to fight out of range.
And it's very exciting to watch. So thank you. Thanks. And I know you said you're not harping on the first match against Glissman. You're not really looking at this as a rematch, but if you can remember back to 5 years ago, what do you think went wrong, and like how have you improved since then?
I think I was 5 years ago. I already was a good grappler. I think I was better standing then, but he took me to the ground. Mm-hmm. And first round was for him. And the second, I'm very hard to submit. I'm a better attacker in grappling. My top game is so much better than my bottom game. Right. And because of my wrestling, I don't get on the bottom much. Yeah. Nah, he get me on the bottom, so that was already a big difference. And I see myself as the encyclopedia of grappling. I know everything. I don't do everything, but I know a lot. Yeah. And he surprised me with the submission I had never saw before. It was the one I still don't even know how it's called. A knee bar,
I think, right?
Yeah, they just on the Sherdog they said knee bar, but it was if you're on the back, they catch your feet and they stretch your hamstring all out if you want to stand up.
Yeah,
So
that's
your
weird.
leg is stretched, but it's not a knee bar. You stretch your hamstring all out.
So that was where the pain was, your hamstring.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And after that one, it's the same submission. I saw it 3 other times in the UFC.
Yeah.
But I saw it too late.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
man, like you said, 5 years ago, you've greatly improved since then, and I'm very excited to see how this one plays out. Let me ask you, do you have a prediction for this fight, or do you at least envision how it's going to play out?
Yeah, I did suspect that he want to go into the ground because, of course, it is an MMA guy, but he's more a specialist on the ground. And now also his wrestling, because his wrestling was also, got a lot better. But he called me out in a video yesterday or the day before. With, hey, let's keep it standing. Yeah, it could be. I still think it's a trap. I know for sure I'm better standing. On the ground, I think it's even. I think on the ground, it's if I'm on top, I kill him. If he's on top, he win the round. So, but I try to keep it standing. And if you want to take me to the ground, yeah. If I sprawl, I'm in top, then he's fucked. So I think it depends on him.
You're getting me excited for this fight, man. I'm getting goosebumps right here.
Thanks.
So when you entered this tournament, obviously your goal is to win. But now that you actually have a victory, you're in the quarterfinals. Is this starting to feel like reality a little bit?
Yeah, and I already saw all my other opponents, and I saw the most of them fight, and I know I make a big chance of winning. So that's also make a big difference. If I fight them all, I can win them all, but you still have to do it. Every fight, like now, Glisman and I think if you fight 10 times, I think I'm better, but then I win, I think 6 or 7 times, and he 3. So yeah, you also need a little bit luck the same day. It's like my last fight. I was better for sure, but if he hit me one good time. I know he had knockout power. If it was 1 centimeter higher or lower on my chin, he did win. Yeah.
Now, you've been a past champion twice before,
Yeah.
LFL most notably. Does that help you coming into this tournament, like having fought those high competition with like a lot of intensity and eyeballs on you? Like, does that help you in this bigger octagon stage?
Yeah, and I don't think it's the becoming the champion or winning the belt, but I fought very good guys. So I think some of that guys are on the same levels in this tournament. So yeah, if you fought good guys, you know I know where I'm standing.
Sure. And it's a $1 million or sorry, 1 million euro tourney, not dollars. That's American.
Yeah.
You guys are in euro. What are you going to do with that prize money? Because that is life-changing money.
Yeah, if I win it, I don't know it yet. But it's not only the money. If you win a tournament like this, it's for sure you're gonna fight 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and I'm making more. So that, of course, it makes my career, my life, but then it's my life for sure for the next 10 years. So it's not only the money, it's also your career if you win this.
Absolutely, dude. And heading into this tournament with so much on the line, what is your biggest motivator? Like, what is pushing you to win this thing?
I I see it. I think otherwise than a lot of other fighters. When I was younger, I loved sporting, and sport was my hobby. For my hobby, it was the best thing to do. And then when I became pro, you try to make what you love most in life, to do, to make you work from that. And as a pro, it's hard. I still have another job with it, and yeah, so you need some chances, and then you have to win it to stay pro, and yeah, to do what you love most. And the only way to do that is by winning.
I love it, man.
So yeah, so if you make from your passion your work, that's the best there is.
And where are you spending your time training for this fight? Like, what gym are you at?
I'm now. I always train at a lot of gyms because I love to specialize with the best grapplers. And I train with somewhere else with the best wrestlers. And I kickbox somewhere else with the best kickboxers. So I also train a lot of places. And now with this opponent, I think with the kip, my last one, I knew it was by the, if we get on the ground, it was mine. The only way he could win was standing. So with my last one, I did a lot of standing, a lot of sparring with different gyms. Now the only way Glisman can win, I think, is by first getting me on the ground and then submit me or hold me on the ground. So now this last week I start switching gyms, and now more grappling, wrestling. At a new gym with new wrestlers, and yeah, watch if I can learn there some tricks.
Smart. I like the thinking. You're preparing for what you're expecting to be your, weak spot if you have one. Not a weak spot, but you know what I mean. His strength. You're preparing for his strength, so to speak.
Yeah.
And that being said, how has camp been? And I know it's young and you still have another month or a month and a half of camp, but even your last camp, like how has training been in general the past year?
Yeah, good. And I think one of my strengths is you see a lot of fighters when they are 20, they're starting, and on 25 they are at their best. I think I'm still growing every month, every year, sometimes every week. And with my last fight, I trained some stuff, and I did a lot of stuff I trained for the last year, and I did it in the ring. It's and sometimes art, it's just doing it. It's my last fight, I did a spinning heel kick. It was not the perfect kick, but I just did it. I trained it for a year. I did it. Now I know, okay, I'm going to do that more.
Love it.
And 2 years ago, I never did it before. And yeah, you have that with submissions. You have that with movements. And yeah, I think I'm still learning. And last year, I learned a lot of stuff. So still become better.
And
Yeah.
you're training out of Netherlands, representing the Netherlands. What does that mean to you to represent such a great nation?
Yeah, of course, I love it. It's good to represent something, and I hope to get my fans from that. And also, the Netherlands has a good name with stand-up fighters, with kickboxing, and it's MMA, and I'm good on the ground. But with a lot of fights in octagon, I can make the difference standing. And there are a lot of good boxers, and of course, they can kick. But they're more boxing, brawling, they're hard standing. But I think kicks and knees can make a big difference. And if I show that there, then I can show the Dutch style stand up. And that's my way of representing the Netherlands.
And aside from winning the tournament, the €1,000,000, a win here would be 4 in a row, and then the next one would be 5 in a row. So, that's a very impressive win streak. With that, what's next, man? Like, if you're able to look past this tournament at all, what do you want to do next in your career? Are you ever interested in fighting for like Bellator, UFC, PFL, any of the the big promotions?
Yeah, I think if I stay in octagon, I'm also glad because I had just one fight, and for now it's the best organization with preparation, with communication, with how everything is fixed. Yeah, it's good. after this, if I want to go to a big promotion, I hope for PFL, Bellator, UFC, even one. Yeah, then you still fight the best.
Yeah, man. And I think Octagon in a few years will be like up there with the rest of them and be considered by everybody like the big leagues. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. If it will be the big league, yeah, I will stay by Octagon for sure.
It certainly has that like vibe, that feeling.
Yeah, but that's what I want to say. At first, with my first fight, the vibe is different. I don't know if it's Octagon. I don't know if it's other people, but yeah, you have to experience it. You cannot say it. Yeah.
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 And Melvin, when you're not fighting, tell me a little bit about Melvin the person. Like, I know you're a school teacher and like I know you have friends and family. So tell me a little bit about how you spend your free time, like any hobbies or interests outside of the cage.
Um, yeah. For 3 days, I'm working at the school as sport teacher.
Yeah.
Before and after, of course, I sport by myself. So that 3 days, I have no free time. And the other days, yeah, I try to train in the morning. In the midday, I'm with my daughter. She's now almost 2 years, and yeah, that's my life.
Love it, man.
Working, sporting, and being with my kid.
Now, do the kids you teach, do they know you're a fighter?
Yeah,
What do they think
yeah,
about that? They
yeah,
like that?
yeah. They like it, and I might also make the kids tough. You know,
Yeah.
if we did play soccer 2 days ago, and I don't hate soccer. I hate the mentality. Yeah, if we hit each other very softly, that I'm screaming for 1 minute on the ground,
Yeah.
and yeah, things like that.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know what you mean.
yeah, if they're long on the ground in 1 minute, they go out for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, just like punch them in the face or something, they'll learn.
yeah.
I'm just kidding, don't do that.
No, but sometimes if they're on the ground, I say, "Oh, do you think this pain?" And then I make a leg lock with them.
Like, what about this?
Yeah, this pain. And then, yeah, I'm joking, but that's also a good way to learn
Awesome teacher right there.
it. Yeah.
Where were you in my middle school, dude?
Yeah. But also with if those listen with other teachers, they have to go to they have to quit for 10 minutes. And then have to wait, have to think about it. I leg lock them. I say, hey, if you escape, you can play again. And then after 2 minutes, no, I don't do it anymore.
Anybody ever escape?
No, not yet.
That kid's gonna be the king when he does, man.
Yeah.
So Melvin, man, last thing before we get out of here, you have tons of fans, supporters, a lot of eyes on you. Octagon, the Tipsport €1 million game changer. So I just want to give you the opportunity. Anything you'd like to say to everybody in English or whatever your first language is, feel free. The mic is yours.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think all the fighters, and especially me, you have to do it by yourself, to have to train hard. But without sponsors and without fans, you can't fight. So if you like my fighting style and watch my fights, yeah, if you can help me another way, fight is needed. A fighter, the best fight in the world without fans, won't get there. So please support me and watch all my fights.
And ladies and gentlemen, let me just promise you, you're not going to be disappointed watching this man's fights. So stay tuned for Octagon 43 and Mr. MVS looking to win that €1 million game changer. Melvin, thank you so much, my man. Hopefully we get to talk again soon.
Thank you.
And kick ass. All right, man.
Yeah, I will try. Thanks.
Awesome.